Now, in our satellite imagery this evening, we're continuing to monitor the progress of Melissa. She has moved north of the Jamaica area. We can see that the eye wall and I are just north of the coast of Trelawney and are moving further towards the northeast and away from the island at about 13 kilometers per hour. However, we do have strong winds still onshore the coast of St. James, also onshore the coast of Trelawney and St. Anne, because that system is now turning the winds in the opposite direction across the general area. So we are continuing to see strong winds, showers and thunderstorms affect most of the island, and we are expecting much of this activity to continue tonight. Going into tomorrow morning, we do expect some weakening with the system also. It's now down to a Category 3. It had impacted the island of Jamaica earlier today as a Category 5 system, so there was some weakening over the past 12 hours. The system is expected to continue drifting further away. We're expecting to see tropical storm force conditions across most of the island by the end of tomorrow. Now let's have a look at the forecast for tonight. Now those lingering showers and thunderstorms are expected across most of the island tonight. We're expecting thunderstorm activity to be heaviest across sections of the north and the southeast. Temperatures are dropping to 22 degrees Celsius in Kingston and to 23 degrees Celsius for Montego Bay. Now in the morning tomorrow, cloudy conditions are expected across the area. We do have strong winds forecast for much of the island as well. Isolated showers and thunderstorms still linger across most parishes as a result of the passage of the system. And for the afternoon, more of those showers and thunderstorms continue across the island, especially across the north, but we're expected to see gradual conditions getting better across sections of the south, that's southern parishes. We're expecting temperatures to reach 31 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 30 degrees Celsius for Montego Bay. Now, tropical storm force conditions are expected across much of the southeast tomorrow. That's Morant Bay, Kingston, Portmore, and Spanish Town. We're also expecting this activity, especially in the early morning in Maypen and in Mandeville. Tropical storm force conditions again for the southwest. We're expecting tropical storm force conditions also for the northeast. However, in the northeast, we're expecting the activity to begin. We're expecting the activity to stop rather earlier in the late afternoon. Elsewhere across the north, these conditions are expected to continue. We're expecting most of the area, Ocheria, St. Anne's Bay, Brownstown, as well as Falmouth, Montego Bay and Lucy to be under the influence of these storm conditions up until the evening tomorrow. Now, the next few days, we are expecting partly cloudy conditions for much of the day on Thursday. We're expecting also a few showers to be occurring across sections of inland areas and western parishes. It's partly cloudy for most of the day on Friday with isolated afternoon showers across the west, and similar conditions are forecast for Saturday. The marine forecast has winds from the west tomorrow across the north coast. We're looking for speeds between 25 and 30 knots, wave heights between 2.5 and 3 meters. Our hurricane warning is still in effect for the island. Also across the south coast, westerly winds are expected at 15 to 20 knots, slightly weaker winds than on the north. The wave heights are between 1.5 and 2 meters. However, we do expect strong gusts tonight, getting up to 45 knots and wave heights reaching 4.5 meters. Now, the outlook for the forecast for offshore areas has westerlies at 15 to 25 knots. We're keeping our hurricane warning in effect for offshore areas as well. Wave heights are between 1.5 and 2.5 meters, especially in offshore areas of the south coast. And the outlook has a northwesterly regime on Thursday, speeds between 15 and 20 knots. On Friday, the winds are turning more northeasterly, so we're going back to normal conditions, speeds between 10 and 15 knots, and an easterly wind is expected on Saturday, speeds 10 to 15 knots, wave heights between 1 and 1.5 meters. And that's it for the weather report and forecast for this evening. But we thank you so much for watching and continue to stay safe.